Ladies and gentlemen, this is the JTE Reacts channel, so welcome aboard, it's good to see you here. This is a new channel. I figured I want to do something where I can do and post whatever I really feel like. I felt like with the JTE channel itself, that's now for heavily edited, like one per week, like premium wrestling content. I figure you guys enjoy that, it's fun to make for me. And this channel, JTE Reacts, very much just, whatever I feel like posting. So today, we've got an NBA All-Star 2022 starter reaction. A lot of people are doing this, and fair enough so. Andrew Wiggins is a starter. Okay, so that's the thing. Plenty more to react to. I'm a Bulls fan, as you can probably tell. So yeah, Zach LaVine, snubbed again. Well, not again, but snubbed for the first time, really, as an All-Star starter. Plenty more to talk about. Luka Doncic missing out. You've got Devin Booker missing out. Generally, the main thing though, Wiggins is starting. So, just generally with that, as far as the All-Star teams, we'll start with the East. You've got Trae Young of Atlanta, DeMar DeRozan of Chicago, obviously. You've got Kevin Durant, the captain in the East from the Brooklyn Nets. You've got the main man, Joel Embiid, one of my favorite players, and you've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, I think. There you go. So, pretty good starting team for the East. As far as the East goes, pretty damn good. You can really, with the East, signal in generally Durant's going to start, Embiid's going to start, Giannis is going to start, and then from there, it's just kind of the rest. DeRozan's had a great year. I think he's objectively top 10 in MVP. Top 5 is debatable, but yeah, DeRozan's had a great year. So those four guys make sense. Trae Young, it's a bit of an odd one. Atlanta have been bad. Like, real bad. I believe they're currently 12th in the East at the moment, coming off a conference finals year last year. Many people predicted that Atlanta would be a top 2, 3, 4 seed. I saw some people predict they'd be a 55-win team this year. It hasn't really happened for them. Trae Young's been really good, numbers-wise. I believe 29 points, 9 assists. So the numbers are there for Trae. I just don't know whether he should be starting just based on the record. I mean, obviously, performances have been there. He had 56 points against Portland the other week, and they still lost that game because Atlanta's been mid. But yeah, Trae's been objectively really good. He's objectively one of the best 2 or 3 guards in the East. Personally, maybe a bit of bias, but I think Zach LaVine should have started. The Bulls are now still the top seed in the East, if not joint with Miami. Obviously, recent skid has been not the best, but LaVine's been balling this year. I mean, 30-point performances pretty consistently. Carrying a team to consistent win after win. Some really good performances, and I mean, his team's first/second in the East, whereas Trae Young's team is 12th, and they suck. So, yeah, a bit of contention there, but just generally speaking, the Eastern Conference, really good team. Durant's captain, so yeah, you'll have to see it. And then you've got the West. The West, as far as, not Trae Young, you've got Steph Curry and Ja Morant. There's not too much contention there. Curry was obviously always going to be a starter. And then Ja Morant, he's been elite. When it comes to, I guess, other players on that part of the court in the West, I mean, obviously, Chris Paul's been really good, but not better than Ja Morant or Steph Curry. Doncic, I guess he's classed as a point guard. So he gets snubbed from the starting lineup. And that's really the big thing with this, because of the positions, how they do the front court, back court system. Luka Doncic and Devin Booker, 2 guys who have been objectively better than Andrew Wiggins this year. Those guys they're not starting because of positions. Alright, the Phoenix Suns, who have the best record in the game, the best record in the league, no starters because of that system. Because it's just, I don't know. It's not the best, is it? It's not the best, so it is what it is. And then you look at, you look at LeBron, you look at Jokic, those guys objectively should be starters, and they are. And then you've got Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, how is Draymond Green not starting? Like, I get, the Warriors are objectively really good. They had an amazing start of the year. They cooled off a bit because of Curry's form slump. But just generally speaking, Draymond Green has had a fantastic year. Whether you watched, for instance, the Christmas Day game, or just any general game of Draymond Green, the anchor of one of, if not the best defenses in the game, the Golden State defense, and then you look at his offense, the 1-2 play with Curry just destroys teams. It makes a mess of NBA teams. It's just, Draymond Green, how he's not starting, like, I get you want to have another Warrior in there, but even then, just baffling, really. Like, Wiggins? Really? Wiggins? Wiggins? Like people were saying Wiggins should be, like, playing the All-Star game, which, that's a fair debate to be had. Like, Wiggins has been, obviously, pretty good this year. But has he been an All-Star starter caliber of good? No. An All-Star starter caliber of good would be Devin Booker. It'd be Luka Doncic. It'd be... I mean, take your pick. As far as that, position-wise, I look at Draymond Green. I look at even a Paul George. I get, obviously, injuries, and Paul George has kind of been the issue because... I mean, when Paul George was playing earlier in the year, he was insane, but obviously injuries got the better of him. And then as far as other guys, Karl Anthony Towns, he's the other one. Towns is in there, Rudy Gobert. I mean, the Utah Jazz have been no joke. Gobert's averaging, what's Gobert averaging? In the mid-teens for points, mid-teens for rebounds. Been his defensive colossus self, which doesn't really translate well to the playoffs, but Gobert's been really good. But I guess Wiggins is a starter. I don't even think the most crazy of Warriors fans could justify that. I think Warriors fans could agree that Wiggins probably should have an all-star spot in the West. But as far as the starter, sheesh, that's something. So, yeah, congrats to Andrew Wiggins. It's not his fault that he got voted in. It's not any bad of his. It's just a bit of a contentious one, which I don't really know about. So, yeah, that being said, that's my 2022 NBA All-Star Game reaction. Pretty much, I'd say about nine, I'd say about 8 or so, definitely 7. Definitely 7, more so around 8 are like, objective guys you can't argue with. I mean, you can't argue with Curry, you can't argue with Ja, you can't argue with LeBron, Jokic, DeRozan, you can't argue with Durant, Embiid, or Giannis. Really, Trae Young, and then really Andrew Wiggins is the main one. Andrew Wiggins being the starting lineup is questionable. But yeah, that's the All-Star Game reaction. Team LeBron will win the All-Star Game, as they always do. They're 4-0. So, yeah, let's go. This has been JT Reacts. This is my first video on the channel. I thought I'd get the setup going. You got, obviously, the plant there. Nice little, red Yeti. And then NBA pop set up there. So, yeah, all the best. Have a good rest of your day. And, peace.